Nasturtam si vishirna hikalva shurtukastiech nechveshon. Tamba, tamba anayono. Tambe, tambe Asurt ivistir tach sursach nanantech vien. Hamstu takasiet nech vesho. Hantaivach nanaka surtanach tanta vesho ya. Himbaeno ya. Tamberg, tendech ben de hei. Is tambayan in dono no. In my Tassa asur das tantach nicht nechtono. In dono no hebea. Istambayen on dono ham. Tambe nehende Hinweg jeno. Hai, tam suchst nach Dach, sucht der Kastachanayev. Da sucht, sagt Danak dann beschene. Vistuku asa. Da sucht, vistanachai iachtantakam bescheno. Nasur sach nach ka besheesha. Tam si sheikh nananaha iveteye o. Nacht an den Dach beschenigt in der no hei. Tam dava nande no nein. En dava ne no in dava no. Den wenn ich tal was du ha. Nindo nambai. Das danach dach such san a. Isha nech vestech vestuch such. Tam such nanana asivishe. Hasu tu a asivitich nachai via nach dann doch noch. Das sag mit nech such. Iva such sacha ana achsie eshe necha. Satnam, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for connecting with me. Yeah, just thank you for listening, I guess. It's quite strange, actually, that we would like listen to other people. But I enjoy doing that actually as well. Like, usually when I meet new people, I like to ask them about like their experiences in regards to God and spirit, because it kind of gives me this thing to bounce off of, right? So I guess that's just what's happening here, right? Hmm. So today I want to talk about like the experience I've had up until this point, right? For those like so a couple of months ago I moved, right? And when I got to that space, I immediately knew that I was in some sort of like a liminal vibe, okay? Like the place is yellow outside, like just across from the street there's like this other place with the name like Soul something or how like Sun something, okay? But when I came to the space, like I knew that this was like the House of Ra, some sort of like liminal space, just where I would be meeting like archetypes and stuff, right? And that's been exactly what's been happening because I've been experiencing a lot of like a clarity and light being shown on ancestral things, on like my lineage and my bloodline, and like even almost like the sins of it and stuff, right? Um, like for instance, why I say this is liminal, there's this one lady that I met here, and she actually gave me this, right? And when I met her, there was this very intense like Holy Spirit vibe with her. Like I just felt like a lot of Holy Spirit vibes, right? And when she gave me this, it was almost like it was almost like to me the Holy Spirit gifting me this like my heart being weighed, like because I came into the furnace in order to be burned away, and there's like this small little black part on the rose quartz, right? The small little black part, and this small little black part, to me represents that broken piece, or that like sinful nature, or that piece of darkness, or however you want to see it, right? But I just felt the need, like I kept like feeling the need to share this today. And even when I started the video, I was like, "Are you sure?" And God was like, "Yeah, share this." Like, yeah, it's time, I guess, to share it. So I've been going through this very intense, like I've been even having like a lot of dreams, and a lot of things, like God showing me in my dreams what's being done, yeah, with like my bloodline and stuff like that, right? In regards to things that happened eons ago, even like long ago, like the magical practices even of my bloodline, of my ancestors I've been experiencing, I've been working with, and working through that karma, working through those curses, those bloodline curses or whatever, right? And I don't know, it's just been this profound thing. It's almost like, even with me being in the house of Ra, and Ra is like, the chief god, like Zeus or whatever, right? But like me even being in the space, I've been realizing that like even the gods, like they're old and tired now, right? They're like Danzo kind of vibes. Well, it is because it's again just that vibe of that's why I'm feeling like living in the sun in an archetypal spiritual way. You understand what I'm saying? Just made me realize like even the sun though, like because Ra is the sun, right? The sun is gonna burn for like billions and billions and billions of years. That's like it's almost infinite to a human being, but it's still going to die. It's still not creator. It's still not God. It's still like combusting itself. It's still dying out, eventually. Like we're not gonna see it, but you understand what I'm saying. Um, so in that way, it's like that Marvel movie where Odin says to Loki that we are not gods. We are born, we live, we die. And that's exactly how I've been experiencing it, especially even with Odin, because even that energy has been constantly around me and stuff. And this is not me like praying to them at all. This is me not. This is just like I'm experiencing this liminal space, but I'm experiencing it's almost as if a lot of the gods, I know I might sound a little bit like what the fuck, but listen, just bear with me. It's almost like I've been experiencing this war in heaven, okay? There's like this war between like not in heaven, but like this war in between like not dualities, but between factions, okay? This war between like consciousnesses, but like yes, we all know we've been in this war, we've been in this fight of light versus dark, blah blah blah. But to me, it seems different and I'll tell you why. Because once again, it's not. We have this preconceived notion. We have this preconceived notion of certain beings, certain entities, certain things not being welcome within the light realm, within the realm of forgiveness, of love, But that's the complete opposite of what like God gave us. That's the complete opposite of God's grace, right? Which is there's place for everything, there's place for everybody, as long as there's like a knowing, a love for God, because like why not? That's like that's the only thing. And every spiritual person, every person that's been on the spiritual path, would recognize that love for God, right? Because like ultimately you find that's the only reason you go on this journey. It's this love for God. So just to recap, like the reason I'm actually sharing this is because I'm feeling like this is what like a lot of people have also been going through, perhaps, or are about to be going through. It's like that whole thing of like the collective is about to experience some sort of big wave. Well, maybe, let's see. Especially people that are spiritual. It's just this. I'm honestly seeing like it's this message of the old gods are truly dying out. They're like they don't have any more life left. They don't have any more, because once again it's not the thing. It's they're also just projections, also just like children of God. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't necessarily know why I need to share this. I just feel that I need to share this. Um, I've recently, well, yeah, I very recently went through a very intense stage where I listened to a lot of tarot readings again. And I actually noticed, like, first of all, how my energy is affected by other people's, like, consciousnesses, right? You start picking up on other people's, like, streams, the more you connect with them or whatever. But not just that, but I also noticed that in the, like, tarot community, like, a lot of beings all of a sudden, like, came into a much more of a, a light expression, not as, like, much more humble, much more, like, Christian-like with the Bible, like, talking about the Bible, talking about God and stuff like that. So that's just what I want to share, because ultimately that is what I keep coming to. I keep coming to Jesus. I keep coming to the Christ. I keep coming, even though I'm never like left alone by all of these other entities, by all of these other beings, these gods, or like even ancestral lineages and shit like that, like covens and bulls. Like it's still not. It's still just like little pieces of playing things for God. And I feel actually so blessed to be able to experience that, to be able to express that even, to be shown that. Like, it comes with a lot of, like, intense, like, woo, like, what the fuck? But it's, like, it's truly a blessing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm talking sense or if I'm just talking gibberish or whatever. Like, I guess you would understand if you have been listening or connecting, whatever, right? So, yeah, I actually want to share. I read this one book about this Christian monk that went to like the British Isles, in order to like document the beliefs of the native population there, the indigenous Brits there. They worship gods like Odin and Thor and stuff, right? Um, like just under other names or whatever. But eventually, at the end of the book, this Christian monk, he was like, he became really good friends with the shaman who was his guide through their world and their religion. And this Christian monk met all these gods. He met the fates and the Norns, they call them, or stuff like that. Okay, I think yeah, it doesn't matter. The Sisters of Weird. Okay, um, and so this Christian monk went through all of these intense initiations and stuff. And ultimately, he said, because like the shaman was like, so are you gonna go now, are you gonna like, because I really I like you, I want you to like, they became really good friends, right? And the Christian monk just said, basically I've been in this world that made me question my whole like religion, my whole experience of what I know to be God. But ultimately, I realized that this is just another beautiful world that my Creator made for me, and like to explore. So that was pretty cool. Like that expression, that like that way of thinking was really interesting to me. Which is once again the grace of God, like, yes, all these things exist, all these things. It's just a matter of knowing where the source is and like standing firm in that, like power ultimately, I guess, to so as not to be overwhelmed by like foreign things that is not you, you know, which is something I also recently experienced. It was like this almost like yeah, like being possessed almost, and like playing out certain biblical archetypes, playing out like ancestral stories and ancestral archetypes in my everyday life. It's been a ride, guys. It's been lovely though. Like it's been very like I said, it's almost like I've been in the heart of the sun. Even there's this whole like thing that I would eventually explain. It's just a lot to like convey, right? But being in the heart of the sun, like the purification, the everything being seen, everything about me, like, you know, every small little dark crevice, every like sin, you could say, every dark part, every dark expression. It's been whoo, but it's been okay. It's been like whoa, you know. So that's what I want to share today. That's what I want to like just yeah, 555 I just saw. That's just what I want to talk about today. Like I guess it's just intense purification, and this is something that I ultimately think hell is, right? Um, I ultimately think hell is this purification space for our souls to be purified. I think that's what some rabbi years ago I read about also said hell was. It's just like a purification process for the soul. Because in the end, every knee will bow, kind of vibe. Everybody will know. Oh, this is God. You know. Okay, God. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, connecting. I will see you again on Monday because like I'm taking Sundays like as a day just for myself and to just like chill and stuff, you know. And yeah, tanantur sa ana achva asur sa nanakante asur sa asu asa aka vitierte ene eya. So I don't know what else to say. I think that's that. I love you. I will see you again on Monday and have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, blah blah blah. Okay, bye.